How's it? Indian Cowboy, docsports.com. Coming at you on Thursday, November 23rd as we get this video to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Have your free play winner in just a second here. It's going to be in the NFL game between the Niners as they hook up against the Seahawks. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy. This is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy's been around for, the algorithms of Indian Cowboy have been around for 19 years, and Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. Been around a long time. How this works, our best selections are over at docsports.com under Arun Shiva. Our next best selections are YouTube Premium Thoughts, where I give you 3 extra thoughts every single day, all for just $20 a month. Including an extra, so not only do you get an extra video every day, but you get an extra podcast with all the football leads every single day as well, or every single week as well. So you get close to 160 selections, all for just $20 a month. Probably one of the best deals on the internet. I have already released the YouTube Premium video for today, so I hope you enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to getting you this video today. But we have a 7-unit college basketball selection tonight at 11:59. Join us for that. If you want even more thoughts, hop onto our Twitter. Has our consensus report, our trends on late night ball games, and our hot takes on sports. The link to YouTube Premium is in the comment section as well. And our final best selections are the free picks and leads, which you're watching right now. We had a nice 7-unit winner yesterday on the Florida-Pittsburgh over. College basketball is on a 7-1 run, winning college basketball season. 6-unit winner on the Bills over the Jets recently. We have a 7-unit NFL and a 6-unit college football selection. Note that in the NFL, we are on the Packers as our first selection, and the Packers are winning. So I think we're going to cover that. So that'll be a 1-0 start to the football week, which will be great if they can hang on. College basketball, 7-unit selection today as we come off a 7-unit winner yesterday, and then a 5-unit winner on SMU the other day, and then, of course, a 4-unit winner on Marquette to beat the number 1 team in the land in Kansas, and they won. The NBA, looking forward to the selection tomorrow as we looked for a solid winner there. NHL, a nice winner on Chicago Columbus over. We're back on Friday in the NHL. We're on a great plus 3,500 run in the NHL. Soccer, 5-0 run. MMA, winning week this past week. Your free play today, and I have a ton of football to tack on to you as well. So let me get to this video. Your free play today is going to be between the over in San Francisco, Seattle. Seattle could not have played any worse in football last week, I feel like. So I like the over there because I think they're going to be a good active dog here. And so I like the over 43.5. And I know the public likes the under, and I know that's the game is tending to the under because the public is on the under a decent amount here. But I still like the over at the end of the day. A couple things here. You can't take San Francisco because the public is on them, I feel like. And Seattle's off that horrible game against the Rams where they only scored 16 points. You have Brock Purdy who threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns last game, which was pretty impressive. And I can see a desperate Seattle team being an active dog and pushing this game over the posted total. I simply believe that Seattle cannot be any worse offensively than they were last week. 16 points is a pretty low total. They only scored 3 points against Baltimore. Immediately they bounced back with 29 against Washington. I think San Fran at some point is going to have a letdown defensively after 3 points against Jacksonville and 24 and 14 against Tampa Bay. I think Seattle shows up here. The last time these two teams met, the game went to 64 points, 41-23. So I like the over today between Seattle and San Francisco. I almost gave you Washington as the selection today, but I didn't. But I do lean on Washington because I think at some point this is Washington's Super Bowl, if you will, and I do think they get up for this game. They're off back-to-back losses. Howell threw for no touchdowns and 3 interceptions last game. I probably should make that my free play, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with the over in the Seattle San Francisco game. I'm probably gonna regret it, but I like Washington as a good bit of a lean here. Remember, you have Howell here who lost to Seattle by 3, but in the previous game before him having such a horrible game, he threw for 3 touchdowns and no picks. The Cowboys are off a big win against the Panthers. Washington defense is much tougher, and this is their Super Bowl. I think they get up for this game. I think Washington lost to the Eagles by a touchdown and they beat the Falcons. They're not a bad team at all. In fact, I'm gonna make the change. I can't hold off any longer. I'm going with Washington against Dallas. Give me Washington. I don't care. I want Washington plus the 13.5. I'm going to make that my free play. At the end of the day, Washington, and that's why you got to talk it out. Why would I want to go with a total when I can go with Washington here with revenge as their Super Bowl, Magic Johnson team, Dallas off a huge win. Everybody's going to be on the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. It makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, give me Washington today. Yep. I'm going with Washington. All right, that's the plus 13.5. Now, your other thoughts today, quickly, is I like the over between I like Colorado State against Creighton in college ball. Decent public fade. Colorado State is a top 50 school. Nico Medved had 15 wins last year. Nico's team won 25 games just 2 years ago. Colorado State beat Boston College by 12. They beat Louisiana Tech, a top 100 team. I know Creighton's good and they beat Iowa by 8. Colorado State is not a joke. They have 8 seniors on that team. I would have made this my free play if it wasn't for the sexiness of football for this week and Thanksgiving Day, but I like Colorado State. I also like Boise State today against Virginia Tech. Tech, they're only a small dog. You have a 2-1 and 3-1 team here. Boise State just beat Clemson, or just lost to Clemson 68-85, losing by 17 points. They won, 24 games last year, Boise State did. They have 5 upperclassmen. Virginia Tech lost by 2 to South Carolina. Their biggest win is against a top 270 Wofford team. I think Boise State's absolutely the right side here. And Boise State beat Texas A&M last year, so I think they can hang tough here. I like Iowa State against VCU. I know Iowa State's a big chalk here, but the clear lean here is Iowa State. The only problem is that VCU is 2-1 and might get up to face them, obviously. But they haven't beaten anyone in the top 200. TJ's team is much deeper, and they have Ryan Odoms, who's got a pretty good team here, but at the end of the day, Iowa State's still the number 5 offense in the land, or I should say number 5 defense in the land, so small lead on Iowa State. As it relates to Carolina and Tennessee in the NFL, I like Carolina this week. They're 1-9. They were down 10-17 in their last game going into the fourth quarter. They didn't play bad at all. And I think, obviously you have a Tennessee team here who's kind of rallying around their new quarterback in Levis, but Tennessee's off 3 straight losses, and I think when you have 2 really bad teams, why not just take the points? I think Carolina's going to hang tough here. Tampa Bay and the Colts, I like the over there. You have a 4-6 and a 5-5 team here. Tampa Bay just lost by 14 in the last game. They had 20-37 against the Texans and Tennessee prior to that. The Colts just put up 10 points in the last game, the lowest output all year. I think the Colts are going to show up offensively. I think the Bucs are going to show up offensively after having to face San Francisco, and I like that game to go over. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, I like the under there between those two teams. Seems kind of obvious, but I like the under there. 6-4 and 5-5 team. I do think Pittsburgh eventually wins this game, but Pittsburgh's off of a loss to Cleveland. They had not lost back-to-back games all year. Tomlin, the fact that he's 6-4 is unbelievable with the team that he had. 20 points or less. They've held defenses, or their defense has held teams to 20 points or less in the last 6 games. The Bengals beat this team 37-30 last year, so the Steelers do have revenge. Bengals are off back-to-back losses, but Browning's actually playing quite well. He's from the University of Washington. So I don't want to take a side here, but I do lean on the under a decent amount. As far as Kansas City and Vegas and the Baltimore Chargers, I'll give you those thoughts tomorrow. Okay? That's what I have for you guys. Hope you guys are well. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Indian Cowboy, working hard for you every single day.